Hello YouTube world, and hopefully hello to plenty of subscribers going forward. My name is Darragh MacAnthony. I'm chairman and owner of Peterborough United Football Club and businessman as well. And I just wanted to give a quick little preview of what this channel is all about. Lots of my colleagues have told me to do one, my kids have even told me to do one, so I'm new to the whole YouTube thing. But I hope people who subscribe, what they're going to get from this channel in the coming days, weeks and months is I'm going to give you my experience on life. I'm going to give you my experience on being fired and being broke at 22, 23, starting my own business at 23, being a multi-millionaire by the age of 25, 26, and being in a position to retire by the age of 30, getting a lot of great things in life and a lot of life lessons as well, and plenty of kicks in the ass. And what I'm going to do in the coming weeks and days and months is basically I'm going to go through certain situations in my life, how I handle them, whether it be adversity, whether it be positive, negative, failures, because failures exist in life, because with lots of successes, you're going to have lots of failures along the way. I'm not really into the whole self-help book thing. I've never read a sales book in my life. I know there are plenty of people out there who make an absolute fortune. I see it on social media all the time. I see it on Facebook, it pops up on Twitter. I know people make a lot of money from public speaking. This isn't what it's about for me. I'm fortunate to be in a position where I can share my time, share my ideas, and hopefully with lots of like-minded people out there. It's just a great way to network. It's a great way to share experiences, good and bad. It's a great way to hopefully help people, maybe down the line invest in some people's ideas. I'm always looking to invest. I always take a punt. It's one of the things about me. You would call it maybe courageous, some would call it stupidity. But the reality is, I've seen a lot in my short life. I'm 42 now, going on 43 in a couple of days' time. And I see a lot of people out there who maybe struggle, not just with work, but with life in general. And sometimes they need a pep in their step. Maybe they need a good talking to. So what we're going to cover on this is we're going to cover business, we're going to cover life, we're going to cover family, we're going to cover adversity, we're going to cover successes, we're going to cover failures. We're going to talk maybe a little bit about sports as well, because obviously I own a football club. I'm very fortunate to be in that position. We're going to talk about kids, wives, money, lack of money, having money, how to spend money. Lots of different subjects we're going to cover. I've already written down about 50 odd subjects to cover over the next 6 to 9 months. I want to engage with my subscribers. I want to engage with the people who are going to watch the channel. I want people to share their ideas. I want people to make comments. I want people to email me on what maybe I should talk about a little bit more. So we'll do lots of Q&As. We're maybe going to do a couple of training exercises as well, where I'm going to maybe get you, the audience, to pick 2-3 people every month. And maybe I'll coach them through the month with a call every week and talk about what they're up to in life, whether it's starting a new job, starting a new business. We'll play all that out on this channel. We'll engage with each other. And basically, yeah, that's the whole idea of this YouTube channel. So you're going to be able to find me, obviously, as Darragh MacAnthony on YouTube. The real Darragh MacAnthony at gmail.com is how a lot of people can get hold of me. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to read every email that comes in. For anybody out there that might want to troll or send in a negative email or a horrible email, they'll go straight to the trash. I'll try and respond to as many people as I can. This is all new to me, so if this isn't exciting, don't subscribe. If this is something you may be interested in, please subscribe. A little background on me. I lived in Spain from the age of 15. I moved to Florida in 2010 with my family. This is where we reside at the moment. And in between, I was a resident of Switzerland. You pay very little tax when you're a resident of Switzerland, so there's an obvious reason for me to move to Switzerland. But I basically started out and finished my school education in Marbella. I was very fortunate to live in a beautiful place. Went to college to do a 4 years degree in what was called business studies, a bachelor's of business studies. It doesn't exist anymore, apparently. I lasted 2 days. I'll get into that a little bit more on the channel. I left. I went back to Spain after being in the UK for a couple of months and trying my couple of days at college. I worked in timeshare. And I ended up working in real estate. And one of my talents was selling. I would call myself a decent closer. A lot of people back in the day will call me probably the best closer in the business. I got fired from Ocean Estates, which is a real estate company I worked for about 8-9 months. Not for a sales performance, fired for other things. And again, I'll go into that in one of the weekly videos I go through about getting fired from a job and coming back from it. I from there basically got a £4 payoff. I was owed about 15 grand. I did a deal. Instead of waiting a year for my commissions, I took a £4 check. I used the £4 check and opened up my first business. Probably a mad idea at the time when I was 23 years of age. But luckily, I worked really hard. I built my business into a real estate international empire. Within a few years, we ended up with 90 offices in 20 countries. We were turning over 100 million a year. And the name of the company became a big brand in the business and number one. I employed over 2,000 people at one stage, and I've definitely employed and fired thousands of salespeople. I did all the training myself, and I recruited a lot of those people myself. And I'm going to go through that process as well in these videos and talk about what I think it takes to become a closer. One of the big points for me about opening a business and being really good at sales was I also had a marketing brain. So I was able to engage marketing and sales together, do things other real estate companies couldn't do. And that's why we could grow quickly. This isn't about bragging. This is a preview about who I am, because you're going to watch my videos. You want to be interested. You want to know my true story. Unlike a lot of people who do these sales seminars and these sales training books and videos, majority of them have never actually operated or run a business in their fucking life. But they're making money from telling people what to do. I've actually done it. I've gone out and sold. I've marketed. I've made a lot of money through that. I made the Sunday Times Rich list twice by the age of 30. It wasn't all plain sailing. It didn't all go to plan. My youthful exuberance caught up with me in the 08-09 financial crash. Again, I'll go into that in great detail, but I've got no regrets with anything that happened through those years because they were character building. I feel I have a lot to offer, and I feel I can help a lot of people. So there's going to be some good stories. I'll talk about buying the nice things in life. I'll talk about buying a football club when I was 29 years of age. Great way to lose a fortune. I'll talk about being in the public eye. I'll talk about how the press came after me because I was in the public eye. And obviously in real estate sales, which can be also construed as heavy selling, closing. So, but I'll say this, I've never broken the law in my life, no matter what's written about me or the shit that's put out there. And again, we'll go into that in the videos. So some of it's going to be interesting, some of it's going to be funny. There's some good stories, and hopefully some of it's going to be educational for you, whatever you can get out of it. So there's lots of things we're going to cover. This is just a preview video. Please feel free to subscribe. The first video will be obviously up in the next couple of weeks. It'll probably be about an hour and a half. I'm going to put out there for people to email some questions. At the end of every video segment I do, I'm going to do a bit of a Q&A, and I'll call you out by name and say the question you asked. I'm going to give you my straight, honest answer. And that's it in a nutshell. Hope you have a great day, and thank you for listening. And hopefully I won't bore you to tears. And if anything you can learn from the videos I put up, I'll accomplish my goal. Take care. Bye-bye.